My backdrop here at Larkenflay is one of the pine forests, and really an interesting place where you literally wonder about, you can't see the forest for the trees. And the quote that we have that we're looking at this week is the following: "No one can whistle a symphony. It takes a whole orchestra to play it." This from H.E. Lucknock. Now, isn't that interesting? No one can whistle a symphony. It takes a whole orchestra. How does that relate to teams? Well, I guess it's an obvious question how that relates to teams, and it relates to teams because a team is a forest, it's not a tree. And an orchestra is a team. It's not an individual. It's not a single instrument. And when we want a symphony, we're going to need a team. When we want to produce great jazz music, we need a team. And we need to be able to work that way. But very often, sometimes, I've seen leaders who are leading their teams by just seeing individuals, and they can't see the forest for the trees. They can't see that this is actually meant to be an orchestra. This is not just a bunch of individuals each playing an instrument. And in fact, I've been working very recently with a senior executive team, and in this particular executive team, there were some trust issues, and those trust issues related to the leader only working with people individually and not getting their collective genius on the table. And the result is, over time, the actual relationship with the leader was breaking down, and the trust was being destroyed. And there may still have been some trust between the team members, but there was definitely a lack of trust between the team members and the leader, because they didn't feel trusted to be able to have insights for the whole leadership team. And in fact, the research shows that less than 10% of leadership teams are actually high-performing teams. Most of them are simply there defending their territory or being dealt with individually by their leader. And isn't that sad? You know, Ken Blanchard said, "No one of us is as smart as all of us." And why not in your leadership? This is a really large function that these people are leading. Why not in the leadership team for leadership? Why must it all hinge on one person? Because that one person cannot be as smart as all of us can. So why don't we leverage the genius of everyone? And that's my story today. You want an orchestra. Don't just see instrument players. See the team. Don't see just the tree. See the forest. If you like this video, why not hit subscribe? That way you can regularly get conscious leadership updates in your YouTube feed.